Welcome to this week's Holy Yoga Chair Yoga practice. My name is Barb Tucker. I'm a member of the Colts Neck Reformed Church in Colts Neck, New Jersey, and welcome today. First, get out your chair if you don't have it already. A chair without any arms. This is a card table chair, maybe your kitchen chair, your dining room table chair. So I'm going to ask you to sit in your beautiful seat, having your feet parallel to each other and rooting down through your feet. Let's bring up our toes, give them a little wiggle. And as we set them down, pressing through your big toe and your pinky toe, the back of your heel, the inside of your heel, the outside of your heel. And as you root down, you're activating your legs here, keeping your knees parallel to each other, having your shoulders over your hips, ears over your shoulders, having your chin parallel to the floor. And as you take an inhale, you're going to have your navel coming towards your spine. So engaging your core, again, to help you lengthen. We're here to lengthen our spine, bringing space into our body. Okay. So let's close our eyes and soften our face. Again, being aware of your feet. Again, taking a moment here to feel the connection to your floor. And let's take attention to our breath. Just noticing if it's shallow, if it's deep, if it's slow, if it's fast. Just try to visualize the breath traveling through your body here. Having your focus inward right now. Feeling your belly and your heart move. Again, bringing your back away from the back of your chair if you haven't already. Taking a deep breath, rooting down through your feet to help you extend from your hips all the way up through your spine. Taking that breath, rising up through your spine, up through your nose to the crown of your head. And taking an exhale through your nose. Coming back to your normal breath, I'm going to read today from the Passion Translation, from 1 John 1 John chapter 4. I can't see what verse it is. Trying to get this lighting well, and I can't see that well. Okay, there we go. Coming back again to a calmness. And breathe in these words of God. Those who are loved by God, let His love continually pour from you to one another, because God is love. And as I read this verse a second time, pick out a word today that you need, a word for your practice, a word that you can stitch in your heart to carry with you to help you through your day. Pick out a word that you need to help you through this season. Those who are loved by God, let His love continually pour from you to one another, because God is love. And again, just taking a moment again in this time of reflection. How are you experiencing God's love in this season? How are you seeking His love? How are you blessed by His love? How are you letting His love pour out of you to help others today? I invite you to take one hand on your belly and one hand to your heart. Again, recentering yourself if you've faltered at all, coming back to that beautiful seat, back away from the back of your chair. Again, keeping your eyes closed, softening your face. And as we take a deep inhale here, noticing the breath, moving your belly, moving your hand on your belly, moving your hand on your heart. Taking a deep breath in, holding it for a moment at the top. And then waterfalling the breath over your heart, over your belly. And again, as deep as you like, continue with this breath, noticing the movement as it travels. And then I invite you to take your hands on your ribs. So your fingertips are on the front of your ribs. Your thumb tip is on your back ribs, circling your side here. And as you take a deep breath now, expanding your ribs, pushing your hands away from you. Holding it at the top. Exhale as your hands come in. Inhale, rooting down through your feet, helping you to expand that breath, pushing your hands out from you. Inhale, down. 2 more breaths like this, taking a deep inhale, feeling your ribs expand. Exhale. And one more deep inhale. And exhale. Having your hands rest on your thighs, keeping your eyes closed if you like. Just coming back down to a normal breath for a moment. Again, feeling your feet on the floor. Rooting down with Everest, touching the seat, touching the floor, helping you to root up, lengthening your spine here. And again, keeping your eyes closed or open, whichever you prefer. We're going to take our gaze up towards the ceiling and chin to chest. Taking one breath per movement. So inhale up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale up. Exhale, chin to chest. Coming to neutral. Again, noticing if your knees are parallel to each other. And just taking your chin side to side from one shoulder, crossing over your heart to the other shoulder. Continuing to breathe. And the next time you come to your right shoulder, stopping there, again noticing your long spine, taking a gaze up and a gaze back to neutral, bringing your chin to your chest, and it's making a smile across your clavicle. Stopping at your left shoulder, gazing up, gazing down. Traveling across your clavicle, up and down. Travel like a smile, And one more time up. And one more time down. Stopping at neutral and coming to rest. Taking a deep inhale here. Let's see, bringing your arms up high. Exhale, palms out to the side. 2 more times, inhale up high. Exhale out. Inhale up. And when we come to an exhale, just bringing your arms out like wings and taking your thumbs up and your thumbs to the floor. So just having a nice little rotator cuff here. Stretch. Bringing your thumbs towards the ceiling, your thumbs to the floor. So I'm just kind of going with my thumbs down and up. One breath up, one breath down. Rooting down again, rising up. And next time your thumb is towards the ceiling, just gently circle around one way. And then back. Bringing your fingertips to your shoulders. Again, as we do any of our practice today, if your shoulders are bothering you, this is the form to take. You can do everything with just your fingertips on your shoulders instead. And let's circle around this way. Maybe bringing your chin to your chest if that feels good. And going backwards. Opening up your heart. Gaze towards the ceiling. Coming to neutral. Bringing your elbows together and your elbows out wide. Elbows together. Elbows out wide. Elbows together, bringing your chin to your chest and elbows out wide. Taking a deep inhale, root down, rising up high. We're going to bend to your right, if you can, gazing at that left elbow. If not, you can just gaze at your legs. Whatever feels good. But again, trying to get this nice stretch right through here, through that left side. Coming up tall. Inhale, root down, rise up, and bending to bringing your right hand up, your right elbow up. Again, stretching out that right side, really pulling down maybe towards that left elbow. Coming up tall. Inhale, rising up high. We're going to twist to the right. So rise up first and then twist. And coming to center. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, twisting to the left. Coming to center. Arms at your side. Arms on your thighs. Maybe just shrugging your shoulders back. And shrugging them forward. Again, taking a recount how you are, recentering yourself, having your arms to your side, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, taking your belly off of your thighs, hands to your shins. Exhale, back to the floor. If you do drop your head, you could get dizzy, so that's a problem. Don't drop your head. Rooting down through your feet, arms out like wings, coming up tall, all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale to the floor. Root down, rise up. Big inhale here. Exhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to the floor. Inhale, rising up high. Coming to prayer. Coming to heart center. As you're doing this, maybe you can keep your palms to each other. Activating your arms here, having your forearms parallel to the floor. And taking a deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale to going up high. Exhale, bringing our arms to cactus or goalposts. We're going to do our cat and cows with our arms off of our legs this week. So as you inhale, root down, bringing your heart through your arms, bringing your elbows back, gazing up to the ceiling. Exhale, rounding your back, chin to chest, elbows together. 2 more times. Inhale all the way up, heart towards the ceiling, gaze towards the ceiling, elbows back. Exhale into yourself. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale down. We'll do this 2 more times. Root down, rise up. Exhale. And 1 more time, rising up high, inhale. Exhale. Chin to chest, rounded back, elbows in. And coming up to neutral. Having your hands resting on your thighs. And if you need to, shrugging your shoulders back and shrugging forward. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to the floor. Inhale, rising up high. Bending towards the right, really anchor down on that left hip, keeping that left hip centered so you really can feel that beautiful left-handed, left side stretch. Exhale, coming up tall. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale to the floor. Root down, rise up tall. And bending to the left, really opening up that right side. Noticing that your knees are still parallel to each other. Don't let them flip out. But really take note. Be aware of how your body's moving today. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale down. Forward fold. Back to the floor. As we rise up, we're going to twist, so coming up tall. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Twisting to the right, just twisting your body, keeping your knees towards me. You're going to bring that right arm to the back of your chair. If that's too much, just bringing your hand to your hip and bringing your left palm to the outside of your right knee, pushing your knee against your palm, again helping you to rise up tall. And then twisting. Again, pushing and your hand against your knee helps you just to twist a little bit further. Inhale, rising up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to the floor. Inhale, rising up high. And exhale. Taking our twist to the left. Inhale, rise up first. Exhale, twisting to the left. Taking that left arm to the back of the chair or just to your hip, whichever feels good today. Bringing that right palm to the outside of your left knee. Pushing the palm against the knee against the palm, rising up high and twisting. Inhale, arms up high, coming to center. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a moment here in this forward fold. Again, if you're feeling dizzy, just come back up. You can skip this part. If you want to, taking one arm, your opposite hands to your opposite elbows. If it's appropriate for you, taking your head down. And as you breathe this way, noticing how the breath is coming up through your back, expanding through your back. Releasing your hands halfway lift. Exhale to the floor, rooting down, rise up high. Bringing your left hand to the chair and bringing your right arm over. If you can, gazing at your bicep here. Rooting down through that right hip so that your buttocks doesn't come up tall or doesn't leave the seat. Stay glued to the seat. Inhale all the way over to the other side. And again, gluing the left buttocks to the seat. Don't lift up. One more time each side. Again, maybe this time now you can feel that someone is pulling your fingers from you, really lengthening. If you can, maybe getting your elbow back a little bit further, opening up your heart. And if today you can only go like this, that's fine too. Every day's different. Each side is different. Take it one more time to the right side, opening up that left side. If you can, bringing that elbow back up top. Opening up your heart. And if you can only go like this today, that's okay too. Rising up high, coming up tall. Exhale, hands to your side. And hands to your thighs. Heel toeing your feet out wide. Having your feet parallel to me, your toes pointing to me. Having your hands on your hips. Root down, rise up high. We're just going to circle around, giving our arms just a little bit of a break here. Hitting every number on the clock. Slowly go around. Go back, but don't touch the chair. And coming around the other side. And coming up tall. Lifting up your heels, lifting up your toes. 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 Heel toeing your feet back. Hands to the side of your chair. Lengthening your feet here. Now you can see my feet. Rising up tall, really rooting down, having your heels to the floor, rooting down through your hips here, whatever's touching the chair, whatever touches the floor, root down, lengthening your spine, leading with your chest, hinging forward. Bringing your toes towards your knees, helps that stretch right here. And come up tall. Taking your left foot, planting it on the floor, bending your knee, interlacing your hands, and letting it rest on that left knee. Continuing to flex your right toes, rising up high, hinging forward. And coming up tall. We're going to do something a little different this week. If you take my class, you know that, but if you're new to this, it's a new little move here. So taking this left heel onto your right shin, you're just going to glide it up to your knee and down. This is good for your hip right here. You can do this anytime. Keeping your back long, no slouching. And just taking your time here. And the next time your heel hits your knee, interlacing your hands, grabbing that left knee, bringing it close up to you, squeezing it as close to you as you can, pointing your toe, flexing your knee. Circling around. And coming down. Taking your hands to your hips, just taking a big inhale up. Exhale. Switching legs. So now your left leg is extended, your toes towards your knees, your right knee is bent, Interlace your hands onto that right knee, rising up high and hinging forward, leading with your chest. Again, bringing your toes close to your knee. Root down and rise up. And we'll do this to the this opposite side. So hands to the chair, taking your left heel up, gliding, keeping it glued to your shin. Just going slowly up and down. Again, this is great for your hip right here. Again, noticing your spine, keeping it long, bringing your navel to your spine. Continuing to breathe. And the next time your heel goes up to your knee, grabbing that right knee, bringing it as close to you as you can. Continue to root down with that left heel and point and flex your toe. And release. Bringing your legs back together. Taking a deep inhale. Deep exhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale to the floor. Hands on your knees and rise up tall. Heel toe your feet back to the width of the chair. Coming to prayer. Bringing our arms out like wings. Having your right palm towards the ceiling, your left palm towards the floor. Root down, rise up. We're going to reach to that right side, keeping your knees steady, coming up tall, switching palms. So your left palm is up, your right palm is down. And just gliding back and forth, enjoying the movement. Reaching out a little bit further, really feeling it as though someone is pulling your arm away from you. And now as we go over towards the left, just stop at your reaching point and bringing that left fingertips, your right fingertips up to the ceiling. Gazing towards those right fingertips, spreading your fingers as far as you can. Root down, rising up to neutral. Switching palms, reaching to the right. Bringing that left hand towards the ceiling, gazing towards those left fingertips. If that doesn't work for you, you can gaze at your knees. Coming up tall. Switching arms, reaching out, and coming up. Coming up tall. Reaching out to the right. Left arm extended up high, like a seesaw. One more time to each side, coming up. Reaching towards the right, left hand up, right arm down, coming up tall. And coming back to prayer. Taking a moment here, noticing your breath. Again, rooting down through your feet, pressing through your big toe and your pinky toe. Pressing through the outside of your heel and the inside of your heel. Closing your eyes. Taking a breath. Hands to your side. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to the floor. Inhale, rising up high. Hands to prayer. Rest at heart center. Hands to your knees. Taking a breath. Now to our goddess pose, we're going to take our right outside arm to the inside of our right leg. Taking a breath here to lengthen our spine. Pushing down through your left palm to help you twist first. And then bringing that left arm up high and circling it around. Coming up tall, coming back to neutral, taking a breath. Bringing that left outside arm into the left inside of your leg. Taking a breath, lengthening your spine. Pushing through that right hand against the leg to help you turn and twist. Right arm up. Again, if your arm only goes to the side, that's fine too. Wherever works for you today. And coming back down. Taking a breath here. Exhale. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to the floor. Inhale, rising up high. Hands to prayer. Coming to center. Heel toe your legs out just a little bit wider. We're going to take our right forearm to our right thigh. Rising up high with that left arm. Rooting down through your feet to help you to really stretch out. Maybe bringing your palm towards me. And again, as though someone is pulling at your arm. If you can, bringing that left elbow behind you. If you can only go like this today, that's okay too. If you are able to bring that elbow even up, just to open up your heart, gazing towards that left elbow. Coming up tall and resting. Taking a deep inhale here and exhale. Taking an inhale, bringing that right arm up, really opening up that right side. And again, one shoulder's better than the other shoulder. If you can only go like this, that's fine too. If you can, bring it up if it's feeling good, if you can gaze at your elbow. And again, rooting down, if you can bring that elbow behind you a little bit, opening up your heart. Again, if you use your left elbow, your left forearm against your left leg, use it to help you twist just a little bit. And coming back to center. Taking a big breath here and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring, heel toeing your feet back to center. Readjusting yourself, making yourself centered, making your beautiful seat, having your back away from the back of your chair. Taking a deep inhale, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to the floor. You're going to interlace your hands, don't come up yet. Grabbing onto that right knee, and as you come up, bringing that right knee with you. So again, let's first focus on how we are. We're going to root down with that left heel, that left sole of your foot. And as you come up now, really opening up your heart again, gazing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, rounding your back, chin to chest, bringing your, if you can, bringing your knee towards your forehead. Inhale, having your knee out front, pushing your knee against your hands against your knee, root down, gaze up. Exhale, chin to chest. If you can, bringing your knee to your forehead. Maybe pointing your toe here, flexing your foot. And one more time, bringing your leg and front, gazing up. Exhale, coming into yourself. And bringing your knee down. Having your hands to your side, taking a breath. And we'll repeat that on our left side, rising up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, you're going to interlace your hands, grabbing onto that left knee, rising up again, noticing that your back is still straight, lengthening your spine, and then pushing your knee away from you, having your hand holding onto your knees, that tension in between them, gazing up Exhale, coming in, rounding your back, chin to chest. If you can, getting your knee to your forehead. Pointing your toe, flexing your foot. Inhale, chest open, coming up high. Exhale, coming into yourself. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, resting your foot. Hand to your side, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to the floor. As we come up, gluing your hands to your legs, we're just going to glide our hands up our shins, over our knees, up our thighs to our hips, opening up our chest here, elbows behind you, gaze up. Exhale, gliding down your thighs, over your knees, down your shins, rounding your back, chin to chest. Inhale, one more time, rising up, gliding over your legs, opening up your chest. Exhale down. Inhale, gliding up over your knees and resting at your chest. And just closing your eyes here. Noticing how you're feeling. Again, focus on your breath. As your eyes are closed, trying to travel with your breath up your body as it expands and deflates. This life that God has given us inside of us, this breath He has given us. Let us use it for good. Inhale, hands to your side. Exhale, coming up tall. And if you can, just reaching up tall, maybe one arm and then the other arm. If you want to, close your eyes, maybe your chin to your chest. Root down, rise up one last time. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to the floor. Root down, rise up high. Hands to prayer. Rested heart center. Taking one more deep inhale. Exhale. Collapsing into your chair. Having your back hit the back of the chair. Closing your eyes. Letting your feet flop where you like. Resting as you can. Just noticing how your toes feel. How your shoulders feel. How your fingers feel. Soften your breath. Soften your mouth. And just rest. Again, you can sit still if you want to. Put a hand on your belly, a hand on your heart. Just maybe noticing the different pace of your breath from the beginning of your practice, this life that's been in you today. And as you sit here again, reflecting on the words now of 1 John chapter 4, and remember these words as we leave today. Take a word with you today. Stitch it in your heart to help you through this season. Those who are loved by God, let His love continually pour from you to one another, because God is love. So just for these next few moments, just taking your breath, closing your eyes, relaxing. Again, reflecting on how you are experiencing God's love, how you are pouring out God's love from you in this season. invite you to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Take your back away from the back of your chair. Come up one last time to your beautiful seated position. Move down, lengthening your spine here. Taking a deep inhale, the biggest inhale of your day. Inhale up. Hold it for a moment. Exhale through your mouth. 2 more breaths like this. Inhale deep. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale up. And exhale. And maybe bringing your hands to prayer. I just want to end with a blessing from this book. Again, we did it at a women's retreat, In the Sanctuary of Women by Jan L. Richardson. And I just want to leave you with this blessing. May you know yourself, beloved and blessed, by the God who seeks you, desires you, calls you by name. And then taking one more deep inhale, bringing your hands up over your head, coming to prayer, resting at heart center. And may we all say, Amen. Thank you for joining me today. Be well.